guys, so today I wanted to discuss a TV show that I feel like does not get any love in the whole crime cop show realm of TV, because if you guys don't know, I am obsessed with crime and cop shows, like SVU, all about it, NCIS, all about, I love shows like this, and so this is one of my favorite shows, and even so I rewatched the whole show because I got HBO Max, but even before that, when I used to watch it on TV, I loved it so much, and no one ever talks about it. This is not one of those main hitters. Today I'm talking about The Closer and the spin-off show Major Crimes. I enjoyed this show quite a bit. I enjoyed the characters. We get to see them for there's 13 seasons we are with these characters, more or less. We do lose a character here and there, but we were with these characters for 13 years. 13 years. Great show. Honestly, I think I started on reruns on basic TV, when I was in high school. I think this show is really amazing. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna tell you what The Closer is about, and then Major Crimes is a spin-off in the same setting, so you can kind of get the gist of it. So, Deputy Police Brenda Lee Johnson, a police detective who transfers from Atlanta to Los Angeles, heads up the special unit of the LAPD that handles highly sensitive, high-profile murder cases. Johnson's quirky personality and hard-nosed approach often rubs her colleagues the wrong way, but her reputation as one of the world's greatest investigators eventually wins over even her toughest critics. I think that the character development, because first of all, if you've never seen the show, we have the first series is we do see more of Brenda and Fritz, which is Brenda and her boyfriend Fritz, who later becomes her husband, his home life, and the Major Crimes unit at work. And then I think it was even called, I think it's the unit isn't even called Major Crimes until halfway through the series. It's actually, I think it's Priority Homicide or something, until but then Priority Homicide seemed kind of insensitive, so they switched it to Major Crimes. Also, this show takes place in Los Angeles, so there's a lot more acting crimes and Hollywood-y stories, and I think those are also really fun, because I watch mostly I watch NCIS, and that's all over the South, but yeah, it's cute. And also let's just say I love all the characters. The whole characters in all of this show, great, amazing, never been done before, great. For example, the main character Brenda in the first series, I love her so much. She's a quirky Southern detective, and actually I found out this year from just while I was rewatching the show, that she's not even Southern. She's not. And her accent, well, I don't really know. I don't. And I always thought that her accent was really thick watching it the first time around, when I was younger, but it's not as thick as I thought it was. Which makes sense, because she's not actually a Southern belle or anything. She doesn't have actual Southern accent. But also, the actor, let's just talk about the actor. The actor, she actually is married to Kevin Bacon, Kevin Bacon, which I think that's crazy. If you guys don't know, I love movies and TV shows, and so I geek out about them, and that's what I want this channel to slowly become, just me geeking out about things I like. So, oh, another thing I just thought about is Andy. So Andy is in the first series, and he's in the second series. And dude, his character development from the from the pilot episode to where we last see him, he is, I feel like he's a completely different person. But in 13 years, your characters should change. Things do change in people's lives. And I think that's incredible. And I love that they made three-dimensional characters. There are some things I don't really like about the character that changes a lot is Julio's character, especially towards the end of Major Crimes. He is he's getting older, and you can tell that he's getting older, and he is dealing with some of the trauma that he has in his life. They literally talked about serious topics within the series. I think more so towards the end, they focused more on the not main character. Like, they talk about everyone in the major crimes unit, pretty much, more or less. Versus in, like, the first series, they kind of only focused on Brenda and Fritz's life. But I like that I think they did this also because if the show were to go on, because they have lost their main actor before, it was kind of set up, it's okay even if we don't have this main person anymore. I said that weird. I feel like I said that weird. Anyway. Major crimes. I will do a whole video on why I think this final season of Major Crimes, which is the 13th season in this whole series, was not their best work. But they did also get canceled, so I mean, I understand why it wasn't good. It probably was more of a rush job because they knew it was ending, so they had to wrap things up. But I have a lot of feelings about that last season. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I'm just ranting, but also we do towards the end of the series, we do have like a bad guy that's actually weaving throughout the first series and the second series, and literally the story, like, we literally end the show because of this villain or bad guy, and the original, so we end the closer because of this bad guy, actually. If you want, I don't know, should I talk? I don't know if I want to make this a non-spoiler review, but honestly, it's really, if you want me to, like, talk about, like, details, because I don't know if I should in this one. I completely forgot to mention this, but also there was a bunch of guest stars from, like, Nickelodeon, like, teens that were on Nickelodeon. Yeah, like, a shit ton of people. And even that guy from the Vlog Squad, Brandon, guest starred in an episode. We also got an episode with Jesse McCartney. There were so many, like, and we also, the Full House lady, the college scandal lady, Aunt Becky. We got Aunt Becky, because obviously she doesn't have a real name. There were so many good guest stars in this, and also the acting was really good. I also did not talk about how this is an episodic show. So, obviously it's a crime show. There's a crime. They solve a crime. Typically, that is the, like, setup. What I was talking about in here, that wasn't just this. It's like there is ongoing storyline too. I honestly think it needs more love. It does not get as much love as it deserves. But also, I think it's because it's on TNT. And although I personally really love TNT, like, I've watched Charmed on that network, and I used to watch TNT all the time. Like, they used to always play the Rush Hour movies. But I think because the show is on TNT, it's still reruns on TNT, and not as many people watch that network, and also it's on HBO Max, which is in a very expensive streaming service. It's like a $15 a month streaming service. It doesn't get much love. Like, I feel like if it was, like, for example, SVU is on NBC, and NBC is a free channel, and it's also on Netflix. It's so much more easily accessible that it makes sense that it gets more of a view. I think that, honestly, I don't know, and it also makes sense on why it was canceled and everything, which is also really sad. I do really like this show. I feel like I also liked how they use, like, the crime of the week as a life lesson, or, like, it's weaving throughout the series. So, like, there's themes. There's a theme throughout the crime, and, like, for the crime and for the characters. I'm having so much trouble. And my foot's asleep. Oh no. Anyway, I think I'm also gonna film why I hate the last season. To be honest, I'm probably gonna film that. I'm sorry that this was ranty and it wasn't even really talking. If you want me to do a better version of this, I will do a better version of this. This is kind of all over the place. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!